Right. Is mise an tarv brian se iristu vartín ein gis machanáire agus tá mé as ollscoil fiorlíse agus brevrálam kaint faoi éalasa síochána. My name is Dr. Professor Brian G. McHenry from the University of Pure Knowledge, and I would like to talk about the Poetics of Peace. And I think it is an appropriate day to talk about peace. The Irish word peace is síocháin. Síocháin, síocháin, chuinis de sí, cruhíon crunnis. Crunnis co fiasa I réim se dúchas, réim se duchilta le cogga a cust. And that's just a little poem which sums up what peace means here in Ireland, that it comes from our dúchas. It comes from that field of knowledge, that vast field of total knowledge. Ollscoil fiorlíse is established in that field of total knowledge, and we will be establishing it in reality on the 1st of May, Lá Bealtaine, at 0700 hours in the morning, and we invite you all either to attend in person or to attend virtually over the internet, where we will be participating in a global broadcast of knowledge from Dunmore Head in West Kerry. And anyone who can participate in this is more than welcome to attend. And peace, the Poetics of Peace. Éalasa is a beautiful Irish word. When we combine all aspects of knowledge, all aspects of reality into one word. And just after getting an email here, I want to have a look at it while I'm reciting this, or while I'm... Oh, it wasn't an email. No, what it was? Ah, yeah. No. Anyway, I get it in a minute. I know how to get it now. Oh, someone on Chrome. I'll pick it up in a minute. I'm talking about peace. I'm talking about the Poetics of Peace. So, how do we create the Poetics of Peace? Well, the Poetics of Peace are contained within the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And I don't know what anniversary it is. 25 years since it's a bit more, 30 years now since the TM City program was released. And it was released as a way of refining the functioning of the human physiology. And when the human physiology is refined, then the body lifts off naturally from, it transcends the normal functioning of gravity. And Gríneacht is a very beautiful Irish word for gravity. Okay, I have to put this on hold for a minute. I'll come back to it. Right, I was talking a little bit about the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And within the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali are specific sutras which give rise to peace from the level of the unified field, from where we act according to the level of the unified field. And the Irish word for sutra is ummah. And I remember I was thinking of the Yoga Sutras when I was walking out in Cape Clear, and I had the most wonderful experience. I was walking down the road singing a song. It won't come to me now. Oh, Shulam Shee, Shulam Shee, Nanan. 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 And just as I stopped the song, I saw a sign, Tarv, which means bull. And I knew that Taravuk meant bountiful. So I was bound to get some positive thing from my song. And I turned around and I walked back up the road. And the place was full of what are called twitchers, and these are bird watchers. And Cape Clare Island is renowned for bird watching globally. People come from all over the world to see the birds, because the birds is the first stop after they cross the Atlantic sometimes. And in this particular instance, that time that I was out there, there was a bird, Siberian warbler or something like that. It was a bird from Siberia, and it was very unusual and it caused quite a stir among the bird watchers. But anyway, I walked up the road, and I think I saw a relative of someone who looked very like Hector O'Huckagon on T.G. Cahir. And if anyone knows him, get this to him. He'd be very interested in talking with me about this. And we practiced the Poetics of Peace in that way. But I turned the corner just where there's a pub, and I was walking down, and I sat down on a bench, and the whole world just opened. Everything lifted, and I saw immediately into Tirnanog. It's the only way of describing it. I could see the little kahanini, the little kullaha, the little fluxes of energy. And I knew what it was, and I didn't chase it. It was as if I could see into Tirnanog. It was as if the veil of Maya had lifted, and it came back down again. Not with a flutter, but with a little soft experience. And I let it go. And I walked down then towards the hostel where I was staying, and did a lovely deep meditation. And then I walked back up to get my tea in the restaurant where I was dining. And I noticed the seal stuck his head out of the water, and he kept his head out of the water for a little bit longer than normal. And I looked back at him, and he looked at me, and there was an knowing exchange of, I know that seal, and the seal was saying, I know that man. Tá na gumar an fear sin tá na gum. I know that man I know. And so on. There's a poem there. I don't have my hands on it at the moment. And I walked past where the opening had taken, the opening of the whole cosmos to my soul. And I remembered that there had been a huge red caterpillar just on the ground. And maybe it was like some of the caterpillars in Lewis Carroll's Alice Through the Looking Glass. It was that sort of an experience, that sort of a world. And I'm going to recite the totality of a beautiful poem in Irish, and I'll finish up then this special broadcast on the Poetics of Peace. And this is Coolin Tea by Sean O'Riordan. Tá tír ógur Coolin Tea Tirolin Trina Céile, Lucht Caracos or Shúl sa Slí gan Broga or Léna gan Béla a Cun a Gaelige. Ach fásan clochar gach drim sa tír seo Trina Chéile is láirtear teangar Coolin Tea nar higéin fearach éasab is tá siad sús a créanis. Tá carca ann is al shakeen, is lach of rigeen mohaléach, is gair mór dubh mar náid sa tír ag dranaleg gach éine, is cata crús na gréine. Sa cúine hir tá bank darváil, is únta sí an trílán, cyn lór bwchlí sian hatatí, is trumpa ballad neta, is skirtle bon mar gean, is anna tagan tinkeri, gnefa trina chéile, tá gaile chola Coolin Tea, is bíd gearing derke, coolgach tí in éireann. Bevalium ve Coolin Tea, sa durchach go déanach, go bhecin ann cuairt galí an talamhín sin éasab, is in a fucaléanta. And there's a reference there to the Tinkeri, agus dúirt an is tá gaile cóla Coolin Tea is speed ag irig derke coolgach tír in éireann, that they're looking for a little something at the back of every house in Ireland. And I said this once to a lady, a traveller lady, that I believed that the travellers have the finest Irish in Ireland. They have the best Irish in Ireland because they had to retain every single dialect, and it has gone into their oral history. So we should not besmirch the travellers. They have kept something alive, and maybe it is the essence of how to bring peace to this island once and for all. And that's something that we need to be cognizant of. Our peace-creating ability will be harmed if we adopt an aggressive attitude towards defence. And our Minister for Defence, our Taoiseach, and our President need to be made aware, they were made aware of yogic flying, but they need to be made aware through their information systems. I believe that the message is not getting through to our ministers, it's not getting through to the people that matter, to the people that make decisions, not some little flunky in an office saying, oh, that's rubbish. This is not rubbish. This is truth. Sinné gur mahagat agus slán.